Righto, welcome in to day 4 of the Wildcard PMCO Invitational Scrims hosted by Oceania United. Can we get this webcam working? Let me just double check this one. I don't know if I've got it sorted. I don't know if I've got time to actually do it. I think I did. That's going to be a shame, Righto, so we'll turn that one off for now. But anyway, we're about to get this game underway. It is going to be absolutely crazy. We've got 2 streams going. We've got one on Trovo, which is the cast, and also on YouTube is the cast and the map stream. So make sure you do check that out later on, the map stream. I'm more so just trying to do it now while we're live. So I'm trying to control both at the moment, so bear with me just a moment while I get everything organized. So hopefully we go without too many hiccups. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever tried to do. In saying that, I don't normally actually do multi-streaming, and then I've decided to double that up. So it is going to be absolutely hectic. Kai, welcome in. Munga, Deity. This is going to be absolutely insane. So we've got about 15 seconds to go until we do get it underway. And we've got some massive names. I'm pretty sure WMG is in PMPL now, I think. In one of the PMPLs. In slot number 3, we're going to have Peakley 7. 4 is going to be ReaperX. 5 is going to be APES INC. We'll start jumping onto the map view straight up, I think. Saying that, I've finally got the streamer deck sorted, so I can be a little bit smoother with stuff as well, so that is going to be good. So flight path, it's a nice flight path to start with. It's going to be going from Stalwart to Primorsk, so it's going to be splitting the map in half. My apologies if I missed on the towards Ferry Pier. Equinox Drake does take down Darker, so Battalion 5 already going at it. We'll get out of this view and let's see what's happening here with Equinox. I think it's 4 Equinox this one. We've got someone directly in front. Who we got here? So it's Shy Boy. Looks like Darker, oh sorry, Drake has managed to get himself a weapon or 2. In saying that, poor old Shy Boy just with the Scorpion. And Brat getting taken down by Xplicit and Mitsuki. And you can see we've got Firepower also rotating through in the mix here. Is what's happening with Special? So Special going for a cruise in the boat. Saying that, we've already lost a boat. Look it up. That one has already been exploded. This is gonna be absolutely insane. Right, so I've got a lot of teams that have gone over towards the Gatka area and the quarry and all that sort of jazz. Archer also getting it off there. Looks like Firepower may continue doing that botation. You can see we've already got one of the other Equinox players at South George here. So this is Team 23. This is going to be Equinox 222. So how's everyone's day been? I hope it has been a great day. I've been sort of preparing for this for a little bit, trying to get organised. Saying that, so who we got here? What team is this? This is Team 12. This is Chenshade. So we're going to have Cage, Cortez, Hershey, and Falcon. Big fan of Cortez. Passion, thanks for the raid early on. Much appreciated. Let's just, I want to check out a couple of things just quickly. I'm hoping the map stream is going all right. In the background does seem to be. Righto, so inside that Spider takes out Skepta. Where is that happening? Righto. So Xplicit end. In a bit of trouble now after the going up against WMG. You got Mitsuki that's a little bit further away as we wait for those trees to render in. And it looks like WMG unfortunately down to 2. Sengi obviously finishing off Ego there. And Kiki unfortunately does get finished off as well. That's one thing I didn't prepare. There we go. I'll get that sorted. And we are all good. Righto. Got to dump the old replay so we get some fresh ones in for tonight. So it looks like Apes obviously dropping hot. Whitey going to Pachinki. We've got Kanak, said Shia, Whitey, and Hustler in for Apes. Obviously, these guys, I think they finished pretty much number 1. Giving now taking down one of the Gurkhali Titans. Whereabouts is that happening? Right, so that's happening over south of Gatka. So I think, was that Gibby down? a little bit slow to enter in at the moment. You can see we've got Team Gravity being fairly proactive at the moment. Buff Boy obviously has been taken up pretty heavily there. Say Hang unfortunately going down. We've got God and Tiger left up. Gibby also down. Octus goes down. What's happening here with Buff Boy? Is he the last one? No, where's Wiz? So Buff Boy doing his best to avoid the shots there, but has done so as well. Looks like these guys are going to start pulling out of this fight. There is so much action that there is going to be no way to keep up with all this one. So we're going to have Mitsuki from Xplicit and obviously starting to move out. We're going to have Astra Academy. They went down towards Nova. They've already lost 2. And who have we got here? So we're going to have Team 18. And that is going to be Nightmare. We've got Nazi. We've got Dexter, Yerzy, and Arco in for these guys. So they're going to be an interesting one to watch. Obviously, we haven't seen them play as yet. So I think they did qualify reasonably highly. So definitely going to be interesting to see how they do go. Righto, we've got Eclair on the move now. It looks like we're going to have another squad starting to push into them. So I'm assuming, so this is Team Kangaroo. They're starting to head towards the gas station on the western bridge. Head straight in to Eclair. 2 get taken down. Hulk and Zane. It's going to be all up to 420. So unfortunately, Team Kangaroo off to a very rough start. So where do we want to go next? Where's the next battle going to be? I think it's still going to be between Team Gravity. So Team Gravity, they did manage to get another player up. Was that Gibby? It is Gibby back up on his feet. God, unfortunately, does get finished off there by Buff Boy. But looks like High is fairly pinned down. Looks like we've got the buggy, the wheel's still spinning. At the second Buff Boy. Has Buff Boy got any health, or is that a glitch out or something? How can he be that low for that long? No, so he's got no health whatsoever. Really needs to find some meds. Battalion 5 on the move, and they are rotating past someone as well at the moment. I wish we had team numbers still. Shots do come out from who we got here? That is going to be 10 Shade, but doesn't look like they are going to connect. So 10 Shade doing a bit of a 2x2, and this is going to hurt Battalion 5 with Cortez and Hershey up on that ridge line. You can see Max Zone now starting to move in as well. Is he actually going to spot out these guys? He might actually get him behind. Looks like he is going to. But obviously the other 2 players from 10 Shade up in the ruins area, the main ruins area, will be relaying this information back. Saka, unfortunately, is going to go down to Cortez now with his 3 times the scar. They're still starting over here. Puff welcome in. Carlos. Wow, good to see we're getting so many players here, so many people coming in. It is absolutely awesome. I hope everyone does enjoy the stream. If you haven't already, please smash that follow button. Obviously, Nate's getting pushed forward from Shy Boy, but Shy Boy, unfortunately, is going to go down to Hershey with the AK. So, unfortunately, Battalion 5 having a rough trot, and you've just got Max Owen that's left up. He's spotting these guys out. Looks like he's running a Bison and an AK, and unfortunately, he's just got a red dot at this point in time. All right, I think it's time to move just quickly to see what's happening up at Potato Hill. So we're going to have WMG, watch my gameplay, going up against To Conqueror. Babby at the moment is currently down. Saka, unfortunately, for Battalion 5 was just finished off, so that is going to leave him just with Max Stowing there. But who else have we got left here? So Lion, unfortunately, has been finished off. Where is Ken? So Ken's got a little bit of a flank on these guys. WMG, obviously, after taking that fight with Xplicit end, Spider pushes up, does manage to take down Ryan. So it really is all up to Ken now. I don't think he's going to be able to get that revive. Unless, yeah, it looks like he's going to start bailing out of this one. Ken almost gets taken out. He loses a tire in the process. But I think he may be okay on that escape. So Pinkley 7 on the move as well. They've moved in. Well, we've got Hypes that's actually scouted out the guys at Ruins for the moment. So we're going to have Equinox 922. Looks like we've got some of these guys going down from a long distance here at South George. We do have Firepower Mondo, I believe, taking a few shots and did manage to take down a dock. Well, Firepower, they are down to 2. So Nerve said obviously running in with these guys tonight. Obviously, if you haven't already, please smash that follow button on Passions4 as well. She's another PUBG Aussie streamer here on Trovo. Unity Reapers now going down. The TGT, where are they going at it? Hold on, so Unity getting caught on the rotation. Skilled players welcome in as well. So we're going to have, oh, so they've lost Super Reefers and Rio. We're going to have Vine easy win. We're going to have Equinox Archer now going down. Let's see if we can jump on to that one. I think they're still back up here, are they? Yeah, so Archer unfortunately was finished off. It looks like these guys pushing back in to the hospital area. So we're going to have Hype. They've gone up to Mount Everest. Ebola, thanks for coming in as well. Righto, so every single zone we've had in these scrims for these PMCO Wildcard Invitational scrims, they have been up in this general area. They've been up in Mount Everest. Can we see something a little bit different? Can we see a hard shift down to Quarry, Shooting Range, Zaki, somewhere else, rather than this central area here around Mount Everest, Gatka, and Ruins areas? We did have one that finished up on the north side of the river there, but out of like, what, 6 games so far, they've all been in this general vicinity. So Hypes at the moment obviously relayed that information that we did have 10 shade at Ruins, and the rest of the squad went around to the north, so they're hedging the bets a little bit. Thanks so much, everyone, for the follows. I can see a ton coming in. I just can't keep up with them at the moment. I've got to keep up with this action. Let's have a quick look at To Conqueror Ken, though. So here's the last man standing here. He is chilling. He's got players pushing around, and that is going to be Nightmare. So Nightmare, I think they're not going to spot him out as he is just chilling. Hey, Ebola, welcome in, mate. How are you? How's life treating you? I hope everything is well. So Cosmonauts, what's happening with these guys? Got an airdrop coming down way outside of zone, and they're going to be coming in fairly late. So zone still centers up around the Mount Everest area. A lot of teams, they will prefer this. Obviously no hardships. It does make life a little bit easier with the rotations, but Senator took a tumble as he was trying to make his way into zone. I'm assuming he must have got out of that vehicle just a little bit too early and done that. So Astra Academy Action's going to have to pull back and head back in to get that revive. Otherwise they're going to be in zone with only one player left. So Eclair now starting to make their way towards center zone. I'm going to have a quick look at WMG though. So they've picked a position towards center zone. Tiga now going down as well. Picked a solid spot, but we've got a lot of teams that are starting to rotate past them. So I thought we might see a few shots being taken as they do rotate on past. Saying that, so who we got now pushing through? Team 10, and that is going to be a pain. Right, August gets taken down by Spider. Spider obviously going to have to pull back now. Does manage to prone up just in time and avoid those shots as he was taken down to about 1 HP. So Rambo will continue to keep the pressure on, but are we going to see Eclair look to get the third party and put the pressure on from that northern side? Doesn't look like that is going to happen. But, oh, this is going to be insane. This is going to be absolutely insane. So we've got KTM, Wildcard, Wildcard, KTMrage. They've pushed in to South George, right on that western side, and on the southern side of the road as well. Main Doggy unfortunately does go now. So Senji's starting to push up. Looks like these guys are actually getting pushed. No, they started to push onto WMG. And they've obviously started to push back. We've got nades being cooked by Senji. Can he make this one connected? Looks like it could be good onto Rambo. I think it might actually end up overshooting. Senji pushes up, but Spider goes down. So Senji, is he going to pull up? No, he's not. He's going to continue to take this fight. Obviously, Spider trying to give it a little bit more information, but Rambo does come out on top with AK, and that is going to be WMG going out in 21st position. So 20 teams remain, 55 players. Still a massive lobby. Still plenty more action to come. So Astra Academy, To Conqueror, looks like they're going to be out in the blue for the time being. And looks like Cosmonauts finally starting to make their way into the next zone. The Equinox have actually ended up pushing out of hospital, going down to the squad house just down to the southwest of that. Apes obviously very spread out at the moment. So just trying to hold down a fair region around the ruins area. What's happening here with Hypes? So Hypes, looks like Hypes just getting plenty of information where all these teams are at the moment, because they may have to push back south. It looks like Peakley 7 has already started to rotate south. Max Zone unfortunately does get finished off. That's Battalion 5 out in 20th position. So Cortez, let's jump back on him. He spots out Sad Chia. It's just tapping away with that M16. I don't know if I've got a hill glitch or not, but no, it looks like he's just still continuing to pre-fire, hoping to get a knock. Cosmonauts now starting to come into play. Let's have a quick look at them going up against Equinox Oh, sorry, for Equinox this one is. So I think they did lose a player early on. It was Drake. They've got Lexon and Arlong left up. They are going for a bit of a pre-fire. They're trying to keep the Cosmonauts at bay for the time being. How long we got to this next zone comes? It can't be too far, that's for sure. Right, so it is starting to close. You can see Astra Academy starting to move in from that south and western side. Saying that, if they went right along that western coast, they'd have a straight run up and then be able to sort of pull into center zone from that position. Cosmonauts, they're starting to make get a little bit closer. In saying that, so we're not seeing the same sort of action that we had happen last night, where you had a team push Mount Everest and then you would have another team, and everyone was just pretty much stacks on trying to take this position. So the team's got this. Looks like they are going to try and hold it, and no one is going to try and contend with it, at least until the next zone. That seems to be the case. So Team Kangaroo 420 may end up running into Astra Academy. Yeah, dude. Good night, dude. Have a good sleep. What, dude? Okay, cool. All right, have a good night, dude. Or have a good sleep. Righto, so we're going to have Pain. Some of those guys starting to go down. My apologies about that one, guys. Righto, so August obviously going to get that revive. And Pain, Doggy, unfortunately, has been already finished off, we saw earlier. So they're down to 3. So whereabouts are we going to see the next zone going? So obviously, Mitsuki playing pretty low right up on that north side as well. I'm guessing all these teams on the outside are just going to ride the blue in. We're in for a Mount Everest finish again. It hurts. Can we get something different for the last match? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Everyone cross their fingers. Wow. So Gakka, Mount Everest, a little bit of Hospital, a little bit of South George. But yeah. Right, we're going to see a lot of teams starting to make the move, I think. We've got Wildcard, KTMrage. They're already in their vehicles and ready to go. Team Gravity, looks like they've managed to find a nice spot inside zone, obviously just out to the west of Mount Everest. But Denshade, I think they're going to have one of the roughest rides as they too try to make their way to zone. Obviously, Pipes in a real tough spot. No, oh no, I was going to say it does get out there, but Cage is just too much. Takes him off the back of that vehicle. Unfortunately, will be thirsted up, and so is Hershey. That gets the final kill. Let's have a quick look at Eclair. So that, so it looks like Siri in a bit of trouble now as well. Obviously, that vehicle is a little bit slower than it should be, losing that back or 2 tires. So I think he's going to need to pull up in just a moment. New Blaze, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated. We obviously got a 3-minute delay as these are registered scrims. Practice scrims for the Wildcard PMCO region. We're going to have Wiz now taking down TGT too high. So that's got to be on the northwestern side. And it looks like those guys, unfortunately, have been finished off. So I'm not moving as close towards center zone as early as I thought they would, in all honesty. I know Whitey likes to dominate pretty hard. Let's jump on to the Cosmonauts. They've started to push up on the base, or the western base of Mount Everest here. Device, unfortunately, does get dropped. Hopefully, its render time does start to speed up a little bit. Peakley 7 going head to head now. You're going to have Say Hi. He does go down. Sneaks, obviously, on this ridge line. You got 2 in front. Blankos and Sebo. Sneaks, unfortunately, does go down. And Peakley 7 now in a bit of trouble. I think they do only have 1 player left standing. That was obviously Siri up on that north side. Looks like Ken from To Conqueror unfortunately has been finished off. They will go out in 18th position. So it looks like Team Unity may finish these guys off. They looty out in the open there, and you've got a player just there. So 420. Is he going to sneak around and take some shots? No, he's too busy about trying to get into zone. He's had a couple of easy kills there. He would have actually finished off Team Unity, I'm pretty sure, if he had popped up and got the double spray on. And I know he's capable of it. I have seen it before. But, yeah, it looks like he's going to just play pretty passive and try and get some position points. Saying that, so it looks like we've got an airdrop coming down right on top of Nightmare at the moment. Let's jump onto Firepower. They're starting to push down onto Wildcard, KTMrage. So directly above. So no one actually pushing out to the fields out to the west. Special, unfortunately, does get caught out by Sujan. Mondo obviously now starting to get tagged up. It's actually a third party, and that is going to be Firepower going out in 16th position. So that was actually hype. I believe that finished these guys off. Gangsy, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. So still got 420 obviously creeping around the back of Unity, and it does look like 10 Shades starting to make their way up Mount Everest, so we are now going to start to see some more stacks on as this zone does continue to shrink around Everest. So it looks like Hershey, Cage on the front line at the moment. You got nobody on the front line for Hype. So definitely spotted some players out. Nobody is unfortunately going to go down there to Hershey. And I think we're going to start to see Hype scramble a little bit to try and get up to zone. No, they're going to continue to try and hold these guys back. 10 Shade looking to get pretty aggressive now. So we're going to have Hershey that's pushed right up. Assault obviously starting to move up as well. And Zone is switched right over to the western side on this one. So a pretty big hard shift. It's sort of to the northwest. And all these teams are going to have to move Hype there. Obviously just right on that edge of zone. And we are going to see 10 Shade obviously need to move. So Apes Whitey takes down Pain Black with Car 9. Whitey with the Car 9 is definitely a sight to behold. So we're going to have to jump onto that one at some stage. But Assault obviously having to pull back after being taken down to one tab. Let's have a quick look at Bonero. So can't push too far down that ridge. You might run into some of those players from Peakley 7 Big Nades. Actually, Molly coming out from Cage there. Buffaway now going down. Takes down Unity Vi. Mafia August going down. Let's have a quick look. So I'm saying that Mitsuki's rotation is absolutely massive. Looks like Team Unity. We've still got Easy Win alive and kicking. Pain, I think, have actually just been taken out by Apes. My apologies, guys. So we got Easy Win just prone up. So yeah, unfortunately, Pain were just taken out. We'll jump back up to that fight for the high ground and see what is happening here. Hopefully, we can get a few more teams in render. We can see a little bit more of an overview of what is happening. But it is all starting to kick off now. We've just got Spike 1. He's the last man standing left for Hype. It looks like he is... oh, I thought he was going to start running for dear life there just to try and get down a little bit further. But no, he is going to take this fight with 10 Shade. So Hershey obviously getting a few confirms. Cortez now in full view of Spike 1. He doesn't manage to get enough shots on to get a knock, which was kind of surprising, to be honest, on that one. Falcon pushes up and does get taken down. But these guys, they can wait this out a little bit longer. Obviously, that zone is still closing, and unfortunately, we are just going to see the end of Hype there, as he was... Spike 1 was just taken out. So Hype going out in 14th position. Let's get in a little bit closer. Looks like Astra Academy leaving it super late, as with Team Kangaroo. Righto, so let's watch Apes as they do try and dominate their way in the zone. They're coming in from the outside, definitely not going for a center strat. They are just looking to keep putting the pressure on all these teams as they make their way in. We're going to see Hustler now going down to Dexter with a DP. Connect goes down as well. Whitey now starting to push in with Sanchia. We've got Versi that's going to push out on that backside. It doesn't have a clear angle. You can see Arso in a pretty good position. And it's all up to Sanchia. What can he do here? Against, I think it's 3 players, is it? From Nightmare still left up. So he's going to start pulling back. He goes for a bit of a spray, and unfortunately does get finished off. Apes go out in 12th. And Nightmare obviously coming out on top. Zone does short side those guys. Mitsuki unfortunately has been finished off. Easy Win did take him out. That's going to be Xplicit there going out in 11th. So we're going to have Equinox 422 still yet to come in from that northwestern side. Obviously, Team Gravity, they're going to start to come in near Eclair. So how is Eclair faring? We've got here on Smoker, unfortunately, have been finished off, so just 2 players remaining. It looks like Team Gravity now starting to get tagged up from behind. You've got Fusion coming in for Equinox 922 here. Obviously, they're in the squad house at the moment. They are going to need to move from that position. And the Wildcard KTM, they've got the main compound inside zone. I think Nightmare is about the only team there that may have a slither of another compound. Easy Win getting very, very close to 420. I'm curious what is going to happen with this one. Does he spot him out? So a couple of stakes in the grass at the moment. Don't know if that is going to happen. All right, let's jump on it to Eclair. So Lionel unfortunately goes down. Looks like we're going to see Team Gravity come in for the push. What can Gangsy do? Can he hold these guys back? Can he take it down? Unfortunately, he does get taken out, and I think a third party coming though. It's a race to manage to take down Gibby with that third party. Peakley 7 obviously coming in on the north side. They've got a couple of players from Equinox, or for Equinox, directly in front. So we're going to have, oh, unfortunately, that is going to be Peakley 7 taken out in 9th. So 8 teams remaining, 22 players left alive. Who do you think is going to take it, the dub in this one? Let me know in the chat. Because it's definitely anyone's game at this point in time. Nightmare, they're back up to full numbers. They've got a full 4-man squad. As you can see, we've got Yossi that has started to push up. Hazard, mate, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Obviously, Tenche, they're starting to make their move into a zone. They're going to need to push down south. Wildcard, KTMrage getting a zone. Obviously, Nightmare very, very close as well. So we're going to have Jocks now going down. So that's obviously Team Kangaroo now starting to come into play. Let's jump on to 420 just quickly see what we can see. Has he got a clear angle on these guys? He does have a nice little ridgeline to hide behind. Obviously not something that's going to be afforded to the teams coming in from that northern side. Team Gravity, are they going to try and wrap around and actually grab one of these ridges? You've got that ridge that runs the whole way along here. They should actually be able to push around there, provided they've got their vehicles, and grab a position inside the next zone. But Tenshade, they're leaving it fairly late to come into this zone as well. We've got 35 seconds till the next zone it closes. They're going to do as much damage as they can before they do have to move. Keeping it super tight as well. Saying that, they don't have that many players popping their heads up too far at this point in time. I think that's probably a smart move considering the zone is about to close. It's going to be very hard to get a revive. And there we go. So Team Gravity, they do move up to that position along the roadside there. So we're going to see 420 take down Warhead. So that third party is really coming into play. 420 now focusing on Team Gravity and does manage to take one of the players down. I think that was actually Wiz. So Smokes do go out there from 420. So can keep a little bit of cover on that side, albeit fairly soft cover. Let's go Team Gravity, you reckon? Sapo streams. Let's see what they can do. So we've got Wiz. Unfortunately, it looks like he is about to bleed out, and he does. So we've got 5 teams now remaining, 15 players left alive, and this is where it really starts to get sweaty. So Tenshade obviously coming in on that high ground. They've still got some high ground above everyone else. Nightmare obviously down below. Go Roller, welcome in. Teddy C, thanks for coming in as well. But at the moment, Tenshade, well, I was going to say they're in a good position, but apparently not. The zone has just shifted away from those guys, and it goes to Nightmare. So can Nightmare hold this one down? Falcon, unfortunately, does get taken down by Nazi. But Nazi is going to go down from a third party there from 420, but 420 finally taken out. Team Kangaroo to go out in 5th position. So we do have 4 teams now remaining. Nightmare, Tenshade, Wildcard, KTM, and Team Gravity. Nades now starting to be focused on to Nightmare from Tenshade, as they've got to work out a way to push down into this next zone. Cortez unfortunately does get dropped by Versi. Team Gravity, unfortunately, they are in a real rough spot now. Sapo streams, thanks for the follow, mate, much appreciated. So it looks like we've got Buttboy getting that revive on to Gibby. Just trying to get as much of the action as we can. So you can see a bit of a smoke wall now starting to come out from a Wildcard KTMrage. Looks like Falcon gonna start just spraying the base of those trees, just trying to get the knock on these players. Sanhok Cage's vehicle nearly taken down by Falcon as he drove in front, but Cage does manage to make it into this next zone. He's set up some hard cover for the rest of the team to be able to push down, and look at all these troubles coming down from Tenshade. It looks like they're actually blinding Smokes, so they can push down. What a smart play there from Tenshade. You still got Wildcard KTM that's going to be pushing in on that right hand side. Big Nades off topic takes down Cortez though, and unfortunately it's just a kill feed actually catching up. Dexter has been taken down. So a couple of teams are going to be licking their wounds. KTMrage, they've still got a full 4-maner up as well, coming in from that southern side, or western side now. So 11 players remain for the 3 teams. TG Sabo, you reckon? Right, so Falcon unfortunately does go down to play zone. So I'm assuming they will be able to get a revive. We're on zone 8. Same off topic now, starting to push on that high ground. Get pretty keen. He takes Nazi down, but unfortunately he's going to go down in response. So it's pretty much just trading off. Sujan now pushing around, and Jocks and Warhead leading the charge as he does push in. We've got Versi in the grass, does manage to take down Warhead down. So you're going to have Jocks, the last player remaining, just snaking it out. Can he continue to put the pressure on to Nightmare and essentially that will just about hand 10 Shade the dub as they realise now is the time to push. They've seen all these knocks come out and they are starting to move up. So you got Cage. Falcon goes down. Nightmare, unfortunately, has been finished off. They will go out in third. So 3 teams remain. We've got 2 players standing at the moment for 10 Shade, 1 for Wildcard KTM, but it looks like Falcon will be up on his feet very, very shortly. There we go, he's back up. And it looks like Sujan also back up now. Off topic, unfortunately, it looks like he may end up having to be left to bleed out. I don't think Jox is going to get the revive here, surely. No, there we go. Smokes do come out. They may be able to get that revive. So we're in zone 8. That zone can't be too far off closing in to the next one. But absolutely insane game 1. The Wildcard PMCO Invitational Scrims. So it is turning into an absolute snake fest here. Obviously, 10 Shade, they do have a lot of hard cover around, especially the one set up by Nightmare. But there we go, Falcon unfortunately does go down. Cage now pushes in. It's going to be all up to Hershey for 10 Shade. So he spots out Sujan and he knows he's got 1 left and he comes out on top. 10 Shade take the dub for game number 1 with a solid kill count. We've got, what do we got there? Total of 14 kills for those guys. Hershey absolutely on fire with 8. Cortez with 4 and Cage with 2. So give me 1 second. Just got to do a couple of things just quickly. Hoping that is good. Righto, we are good. We'll put that one to be right back. And I think we're good. Righto. So let's get this scores going as we go, so we can see how the scoreboard looks after this one. But I think 10 Shade, they absolutely smashed that, and gonna have a fairly substantial lead, I believe, after game number 1. Righto, I am all set up now. So we've got a total of 14 kills for those guys. So we're going to have Wildcard KTMrage in 2nd position. They did manage to get 8 kills for the team there. You're going to have Off Topic with 2, Sujan with 4, and Warhead with 2. We're going to have Nightmare, obviously the newcomers for tonight, coming in 3rd position with 8 kills. So you got Nazi with 2, you got Arco with 2, you got Versi with 2, and Dexter with 2. Team Gravity going out in 4th position. So definitely on the comeback with a total of 8 kills. So you're going to have Gibby and Wiz both with 3. Buffboy with 2. Team Kangaroo, obviously 420. Put in a little bit of work, sneaking his way in and getting the 5th position for the team with 2 kills. You're going to have Equinox. This is actually for Equinox, going out in 6th position. Let's get these ones in. Right, so a total of 4 kills for those guys. Doc with 1, you got Archer with 2, and Bujin with 1. Right, so you're going to have Equinox 922 going out in 7th with 3. You got Drake with 1. You're going to have Lexon with 2. We're going to have Team Unity going out in 8th position with a total of 3. So you got Easy Win with 2, Vi with 1. We're going to have Peakley 7. They've gone out in 9th position with Sneaks getting 1 kill for the team. We've got Eclair. They've gone out in 10th position with, we've got Hero getting 2 kills for the team there for those guys. Xplicit End going out in 11th position with a total of 2. So Kiki and Mitsuki both grabbing a kill. We're going to have Apes going out in 12th position with a total of 3 kills. We've got Whitey with 1, Sanchia with 2. We're going to have Astra Academy. They have gone out in 13th. In 14th will be Hype Wildcard with Bonero and Spike 1 both getting a kill each. So a total of 2 for those guys. We've got Payne going out in 15th position with Rambo getting 2 kills for the team. We're going to have Firepower going out in 16th position. So Special getting 2. We've got Mondo with 1, so a total of 3. Cosmonauts going out in 17th position with 5 kills there. So you got Black Ops with 2, Seaver 2, and Device with 1. Way to Conqueror obviously going out in 18th position. In 19th, we're going to have TGT, the Gurkhali, Titans with a total of 3 kills there. So God, Tiger, and Too High. Then we've still got more teams to go. We've got WMG going out in... hold on, so do we go Battalion 5? No, we haven't gone. We nearly missed them. 20th with Sanhok grabbing 1 kill for the team there. WMG, they just went on a rampage early on. Even though they went out early on, they still managed to get 9 points with the 9 kills there. We've got Spider with 5, and you got Senji with 4. We've got WonKru obviously going out in 22nd position with Owl getting 1 kill for the team there, and ReaperX going out in 23rd with the 2-man squad. So hopefully they do manage to get a few more players in the next one. Righto, we've got this all set up. Let's go. Let's check out the scores for game number 1. So I do believe Tenshade have 29 points. They do Wildcard KTMrage in 2nd with a total of 20 points. We've got Nightmare in 3rd with 18. Team Gravity in 4th with 16. Watch my gameplay. Obviously, they were down 21st, but the kills, they do matter so much with the new scoring system, and managed to jump up to 5th spot. You've got 4 Equinox in 6th position with 8. Team Kangaroo in 7th with 8. Cosmonauts in 8th with 5, and Equinox 922 in 9th with 5. So that is how the scores are after game number 1. I'm going to need a moment just to get organised for game number 2. Obviously, that is going to be Sanhok. So we'll see you guys very shortly after this short break.
they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe in affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all in my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust you. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bucket. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pot. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune. I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy to rob. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. I don't know if you thinking I'm blind, cross on my crosses and doubt on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I know what your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. On problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause check out problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The foe in affection, I summon and dub.
Alright guys, my apologies. So we might have no audio. I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to go. My emulator crashed out on me, so it is a little bit nasty at the moment. So this is what we're going to be left with just for Gamer 3. So we did get the map stream up. I think we'll switch back over to the Be Right Back stream on that one. Unfortunately, we're going to lose the map rotations on that. But that's PUBG, so let's get stuck into it. Back in the old ways. I'm going to be, obviously... Hold on, we've got to get rid of this PUBG music. Back in the old ways, we're doing it from the phone. But I don't know that I've got game audio, though. Let's... not 100% sure about that one. So unfortunate that that is going to happen. But at least we had a backup plan, is the main thing. Righto. So we've got Ken, he is chilling. This makes it so much harder to cast when you are casting from a very, very hot phone. Let's just turn those graphics down. We want smooth, we want extreme. Makes it hard though when you don't have sounds, which unfortunately I wasn't expecting to do this, so that was a little bit of an issue. So it looks like To Conqueror, they are in a little bit of trouble. And in saying that, I think the audio is going to be out of sync too, so my apologies about that, but that is what it's going to have to be for game one. So not me, obviously starting to push on to way to Conqueror. Apes Hustler, unfortunately going down to Nersed. Is that, I think Nersed's on a different team, so these guys obviously going at it at boot camp. So it looks like Spider jumped in with 5 power. Well, you've got Apes obviously doing the boot camp hot drop. The zone, it does go down to the south west for this one. I think we'll jump back onto that Way to Conqueror fight. Unfortunately, we see Ken go down, so it's all up to Lion. My apologies, guys. Unfortunately, it is what it is for this one. It's not ideal. Can probably get the other team list up still. But, yeah. Sort of, it does suck just a little bit, doesn't it? We're going to see Lion just prone it up, is what he's going to be doing for this one. And you can see we do have the whole Nightmare just kicking it around. I do realise there's a player there. Looks like going to leave Lion alone though. That's going to be the thing. Are they going to end up pushing out that far? I don't think they are. But it looks like they are starting to head in a different direction, so they mustn't realise that Lion is there. Unfortunately. So this is sort of why I generally stopped using this method of casting, or sorry, of streaming my phone to the computers, just because it is a little bit delayed. So unfortunately, that's what you guys are going to cop. They're going to have WonKru roll now taking down action. That's actually up at Camp Alpha. Looks like we've got a little bit of action going on there. So no, I think I'm going to just quickly run out for a second and get an ice pack, because this phone is now starting to cook. So we're back, obviously it's ice pack weather. You know, I love the casting off the phone buff. I do love it, but I don't like the delay when I have to cast it like this, because at the moment I'm having troubles with Elgato and all that sort of stuff. But right, so I've got the Cosmonauts obviously coming in through Kev at Bravo. I've got a bit of action happening with Team Gravity as well. So down to 17 teams for this one. So we are starting to see a few players already drop. So WMG, got a new one in here. We've got Taco and Harry. I don't think Harry was in here before either, was he? So Pickley 7 at the moment. They're in a pretty nice spot, to be honest. They're at Painan. Especially with this zone, it could sort of go any way. We're going to have Astra Academy now starting to push up towards the other guys from Team Gravity. Well, there's like a massive delay. So we're going to have Octus now taken down a top. Unfortunately, does get finished off, so it's all up to Scry here. What can he do with his spray? So spots out Wiz, he takes him up pretty heavily. You've got someone that is going up top though, so that's going to be Hazard that is going to shoot him down from on top of the bridge. Gibby now getting caught out and shot down by Cage. Hazard has to jump down, and looks like he's going to try and get the revive on Gibby before the guys from 10 Shade do start to push up. So I'm saying that 10 Shade either side. We've got Hershey running up on the other side. We do too. So unfortunately, Team Gravity now getting done by their own strats, essentially. Oh, that's a big fall coming out from Hershey. He only goes down about 60% though, so he's going to be able to keep pushing forward. He's got that motor running at the moment, and it looks like Hazard finally has managed to get the revive on a Gibby. So is Octus going to fall down too to try and get the revive? No, unfortunately he does get thirst up by Cage's Tommy gun. Gibby's going to get dropped now. Hazard goes down and Cage comes out on top. Unfortunately, Team Gravity go out in the 17th position. Oh, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. Righto, let's... have we got someone here? We do. So we've got Unity fighting out in the blue. At least this was the shortest match that this could have happened on. And unfortunately, Reapers goes down. We've just got Vi left up now. It's going to let us go over to Vi and get spotted out by Azure. So that's going to be Team Unity going out in 15th. Team Unity, I think they come second on day number 1. But I think maybe it could be just even the sheer fact that we've got the massive lobbies. And saying that, did the stream freeze? Unfortunately, what's happening with that? Drop out? What's going on with it? Just refresh that just in case, I think. Where are we? That's not the one I wanted. That looks like that may have dropped out. Give me 1 second. That's obviously the emulator in the background. Let's see if we can pick this one back up. It's also unreliable too. For 20, unfortunately, going down on this one. Come back, wherever you are. Oh! That's not what we want to happen. That is not what we want to happen at all. So it looks like 10 Shade. They are in a bit of trouble at the moment. Cage is down. See if we continue to get this going. I think we're going to have to pull the pin on this one, to be honest. Which is very, very unfortunate. I know what happened. I think. Might be able to get it going back again. Give me 2 seconds. Righto, so we are just about to get game number 3 underway. We did have, or I did have some technical difficulties, unfortunately, and emulator stuffed up on me, and then I had a fuse blow. The other computer died. But anyway, it's how life goes. So anyway, Peakley 7 obviously get 25 points in the last match. We've got WMG with 19, Nightmare in third with 18, Wildcard, KTMrage in fourth with 12, Team Kangaroo in 5th with 9, APES INC in 6th with 7, Cosmonauts in 7th with 7, To Conqueror in 8th with 6, got WonKru in 9th with 5, and 10 Shade in 10th with 5. Righto, let's switch back to the main view. We are just about to get underway. But anyway, so let's check out this flight path for Miramar. I think we can get the game audio going. At least we're sorted. Righto. So flight path going from Porto Paraiso all the way up to Oasis. So who's going to jump early? Looks like Nightmare are going to be one of the first ones to jump, and looks like they are jumping straight down. I wonder if we're going to have anyone else underneath there contesting it with them. Check and make sure everything is all good. So hopefully the I believe the map stream should be right back up. I believe it. But my apologies everyone for dropping game number 2. Righto, let's get stuck into it. So we've got Eclair, they're dropping south at the moment. They generally like to go to Valdemar. I think they're going to end up pushing all the way over there. We've got WonKru that's sort of dropping with them as well. They're very split up. Battalion at 5, obviously going to Impala. And they're going to be there contested. A lot of teams leaving it very late to jump. So I think we're going to see it pretty congested on the northern side. Looks like Team Unity going to El Azhar. They've claimed that ground. Doesn't look like anyone does want to contest them there for that ground. Minas Generalis, we're going to have Peakley 7 and Xplicit End. I know, obviously, Xplicit End, they do like to go there a fair bit. I'm not 100% sure so much on Peakley 7. It will be interesting to see if that does continue. We're going to have Hype, obviously, heading over to Picardo. So try to drop hot on this one. No, hold on, we've got double music happening. There we go. Making sure everything is all good. The Cosmonauts, they're dropping with Team Kangaroo at the moment. And look at down at Upper Cruise Deval. There's like 4 squads there. I think it's at least 3, maybe 4. I think we'll probably have to jump onto that one in just a moment. Right, let's switch on over to the other view. We'll see what's happening down there. So Blankos takes down 420. So that's actually sort of spread out a little bit further over to the east. So we've got Team Gravity that's here. Way to Conquer, and also 10 Shade. It looks like we've got who we got up on that north side. Saying that, it's like Team Kangaroo in a real bad spot now. You got Zane that's got the VSS, and AK is back. You got Shika now taking down Hype, so Peakley 7 also going at it. Do want to jump back to you can see Hershey now going down. Right, let's see what is happening here. I think obviously with the 3 squads here we need to be the Hershey was on the front line at the moment. You can see we've got Biley Tony taking a few shots at Cortez, it looks like, with a mini. Jumps out with the UMP. Oh, so it wasn't actually a mini. What it sounded like, though. So he's going to pull back a little bit. It doesn't look like any of his teammates are going to be able to provide some support from this point of view. The Cage going out for a bit of a flank at the moment. And in saying that, so you got Falcon that will be coming in from behind. So can they sort of flush out Byleg there? Byleg goes up against Cortez, and unfortunately is going to get dropped. It was actually Cage that did manage to get the shot on there. So where the hell is actually... Right, so Cage was the one we were looking at. Never mind. The issues we had obviously threw me a little bit. My apologies. So Zane takes down Azure. That's Cosmonauts. They're going to be dropping 1, but Astra Academy Also around San Martin, starting to make their way up towards the Cosmonauts. And saying that, looks like Device unfortunately does get done by Top as he runs to get a vehicle. We're going to see shots coming out from Lakos and Co. Obviously, you're starting to see Top run away from that one. I think we'll jump on to the Xplicit and Peakley 7 fight. Ryan takes out Cage and does manage to get it confirmed as well. So obviously this looks like it's a fairly spread out fight. You've got a couple of people that are sort of head to head there, no one, and say hi. So there he goes. Unfortunately, Azure has been finished off. Cortez now goes down to Ken. So it looks like To Conqueror really is starting to come back in this fight. We've got Ken, the last man alive here. He is about to be pushed by a Falcon. Falcon obviously going for a few pre-fires here, but Ken does come out on top and takes out a 10 shade in 18th position. Unusual for those guys. Now would be the time obviously for Team Gravity to try and clean up the scraps here. Ken has to spot these guys out. He's running over miles an hour, but doesn't look like he has spotted them out as yet. So I expect that to go off fairly soon. Looks like we've got one of the TGT players pretty close to 4 Equinox. Look at Hazard's point of view. So does he spot all these guys running out at the second? I don't think he does. The way to conquer looks like they're still getting a bit of a loot on. Ken Dresser, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. They're going to see Ken unfortunately going down to Gideon. So does Ryan. It is all up to Lion now. Lion, he's got some bandages, but not using them as yet. He's down to 1 tap and pretty bravely running behind it. You can see Hazard now starting to push up. He's going to run full view of Hazard. Can Hazard get that shot out? No, he can't. And they are going to try and get some revives out, get a bit of a reset happening, but looks like Team Gravity, they are on the push now. The Octus starting to make his way up. Unfortunately, seeing Lion's teammates finish off. Nice angle come out from Lion. He takes out Octus, but Gimme, no, it was actually Wiz. Does manage to come out and finish him off. We're going to see Sibo now going down to Astra Academy, and looks like we've got the Team Kangaroo players looking to get the third party on this one. So Zane obviously grabbed himself an M4. He's dropped that VSS. And Cosmonauts trying to get the hell out of there at the moment. And Blankos was just dropped out of a vehicle by the looks. It's not a bike. I think that's actually Cosmonauts done. I think they are done and dusted. They are, unfortunately, and they go out in 16th position. Unfortunately, the Scry get a couple of good shots on. He got action now, starting to push up. And he does put out Zane, and unfortunately Zane does go down. That is going to be Team Kangaroo going out in 15th position, so we do have 14 teams now remaining. And looks like TGT finally on the move. They may actually end up running into some of the players from Peakley 7. Because we've got, obviously, Say Hi just out in the open at the moment. Just spotting out the warehouse, going for a bit of a scout. I think TGT is starting to push over that ridge. It looks like they are going to pull up at the graveyard area here. What else we got happening? So who we got here? This is going to be Equinox and 922, I believe. So it's a 3-man, and for this one we've got Kesai, we've got Brox, and we've got Twist in for these guys. So Team Gravity ended up coming out on top of the fights at Cruz de Val. We want to have a quick look at Slink's point of view here, see what he can see. Does he? No. He's got TGT above. Not 100% sure that he does. Looks like we've got Xplicit end. Starting to move up as well on that south side. Are they just trying to get around these guys or not? So shots coming out from sneak. He's going for the quick scope. So we've got Team Unity. What's happening with these guys? So it is full four-man squad. It's like easy win. Obviously doing a bit of a scout out. No, not actually scouting out. He's one of the trailers coming in here. We've got Reapers already down. Blaze. There we go. So he's going to try and get some revives. Going up against Team Hype. So Vi trying to hold this one down. Nade's just sliding him up just a little bit. He's down to about 50% now. He's not going to be able to handle another nade like that. So he gets to confirm on to nobody. And Hype, I believe, maybe down to 3. It is 3. You've got a couple of players that are in behind these guys. So you've got Cyan that's coming in behind now. Blaze, unfortunately, does get taken down. You got Bonero. He was right on that front line. He gets dropped. And he's going to start pulling back, but it looks like he's going to be going up against Easy Win. He was coming in behind. You can see Astra coming also starting to come into the mix, but oh, Cyan does manage to take him down. So Top takes down Easy Win, or sorry, steals the kill there and finishes off Easy Win. Vi now going down, so third parties galore, and it's all up to Reapers for Team Unity. Unfortunately, they sort of were caught off guard, it seems. Took the fight. Probably not in the most ideal location, and third parties really hurting these guys now. Let's have a quick look at Top's point of view here. He's got a bit of an angle on these guys from behind. He's just waiting for that smoke to clear. The goes for spray, takes down Bonero. Absolutely lasers him, and now Scry is going in for the push on that front line. So it looks like they've got Reefus. Obviously, back up. Blaze has been taken up very, very heavily there. And pre-fires coming out from Scry. So Cyan is going to get that revive on to Bonero as well. The rest of Astra Academy do come in for the push here. We've got Action leading the charge, chasing down Reefus. But Reefus does manage to take him back down. And we'll get the thirst on that as well. Reefus now gets dropped, and it's going to be up to Blaze just camping this one out. And he's going to try and shoot Scry in the back. The Scry gets the drop shot, and that is going to be Team Unity going out in 14th position. Let's jump on to this nightmare fight. I think we've got a fair few teams in amongst this one around the graveyard area. So Yersi currently down the moment. Let's have a quick look at Bunny's point of view. Wonder if that's the YouTube Bunny. Have a quick look at Pinkley 7 on the other side. See, we've got a lot of teams in front here. Got Sneaks just taking a few shots at the car 9. Too high, obviously starting to move up. I think to provide some support towards God from TGT. It looks like Wildcard KTM might be going up against Battalion 5 in just a moment as well. And it's not like Wildcard KTM to take an early fight. Normally they'll try to leave it as late as they can and get the position points and then try and frag out towards the end. So I've still got Equinox 422. Sorry, no, this is actually 4 Equinox to come in from La Bendita. So that might be another team to stack on these guys. Eclair now starting to make their way up. And saying that, what happened with those guys? Did they go up against WonKru? I'm assuming they did. They've still got the full 4-man squad. Whereabouts did WonKru end up? Right, so WonKru heading up near hold on, so Hype's still alive and kicking as well. The Astra Academy been taken out. Did I say that right earlier? I'm confused. Nightmare on the other move though. They're about to push through that same sort of... This area seems to be a real crossroady location where a lot of teams generally do rotate through. It looks like Nazi, he has spotted out some of the vehicles, I think at the very least, of the other players here from Hype. The Spike 1 has been taken down. Cyan. Oh, don't know how that spray didn't get all those shots on. That looked pretty good to me, but Cyan does manage to get away just a little bit on that one. Let's have a quick look at I think Yersi's a little bit higher ground. So now WonKru now looking to come into play. We've got Arco that gets tagged up pretty heavily there. Al looking to push up. He's cooking a nade. Say hi. Takes down one of the TGT players. We've got Sneaks taking out God. That was a good nade coming out from Nazi. By old standards, before they changed those nades, that would have been Al down for sure. You're gonna have Cobra now going down to a vehicle explosion. It looks like TGT in a lot of trouble. You can see WonKru Rowan actually trying to tag up Hype at the moment. I think it's a smart move by these guys to try and pull back for Knee Mace and No Mercy and just catch these guys as they're pushing over. Use Al as a bait, essentially, what it seems to be. As long as they don't get someone that comes up behind their rear. Let's have a quick look at TGT just quickly. So we've just got Too High left up, and he could be in a bit of trouble now as he's running straight into someone. Fortunately, we catch the number on that one. That's Equinox. That is Equinox 922 Too High. Obviously, he has to pull up. Looks like Lexon is looking to chase him down. I do have smokes popping out, so he's looking for to build a little bit of a defensive position for the moment. But as you can see, we've got these players from Equinox spreading out nicely. Too High does get spotted out, and unfortunately will be finished off by Seal on that high ground. The TGT get taken out in 11th. I'm very surprised that we've got so many teams going out so early on, especially if you had seen the circle and saying, oh, so many teams lasted so late. That was pretty insane. So who we got? So still got Team Hype in the mix here. Looks like Cyan is starting to pull back. We're still only on zone 2. I feel like we might not have had fast zones on this one. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. We'll have a little bit of time though. So how's everyone's day been anyway? So Battalion 5 now moving up towards Team Gravity. We might see an engagement fairly soon there. So obviously, ultimately, we didn't really see much action come out between Battalion 5 and Wildcard KTM like we sort of, or I sort of expected to happen when they were so close together. So Nightmare now really starting to put the pressure back on to Hype. So Arco, Yersi, both go down. So WonKru getting the third party inadvertently helping out the Team Hype guys. And it is just Cyan left up. The Nightmare, it looks like I think we've just got Nazi left up. And WonKru, they're on the push, so they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive than they have been earlier on. They're starting to build that confidence up. Tricks, mate, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in, buddy. The Hazard is going to take down a Darker from Battalion 5. How many we got left? The WonKru is starting to get a bit of a loot on these two teams. Obviously they're in a bit of trouble. They've got full squad coming their direction. Cyan is just a solo. Let's have a quick look at the Nightmare. So it looks like WonKru, No Mercy has been hit very heavily there. Sanhok, yes, he doesn't even have a helmet left. Right, what's happening with Maxone? Is Maxone bailing? No, so unfortunately does get finished off there after taking a tumble. So, in saying that, good pick coming out from Team Hype and Co with this location. Obviously, this is where it is going to center up. You're gonna have Sign now taking down Neem Ace. Obviously, Versus down as well. Nasty is about to go up against Rowan. This could be the end of Nightmare. No, it looks like Rowan is actually pushing back. And he's going to push back in now and finish him off. So that's going to be the end of Nightmare, going out in 9th position. And obviously, we've got Hype, they were just taken out as well. Ninjuric, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. We're going to have Equinox now on the move. So it's actually surprising. We've only got 7 teams. The biggest map where you'd expect to have the least... Oh, sorry, the most teams sort of in the smaller circles. I think, do you think maybe that it's because a lot of teams are more confident to be able to take these fights with less chance of a third party? Obviously, it's not necessarily the case as you start to get towards center zone. Now you can see Lionel's pushing for that high ground while the rest of Eclair have managed to got a nice little compound to themselves. But obviously Equinox 9-2 now really starting to push up onto WonKru. I think WonKru are going to hold fairly tight. Looks like Rowan is starting to push up a little bit. He's spotted out a couple of players there. Tags up Brox, but unfortunately Brox is going to get him down. So WonKru, they're going to have to scramble a little bit to try and get a revive out. Kayak, welcome back in as well. Thanks for coming in. So I've got Al just cooking. The nades is in the kitchen. Can he hit anyone? Looks like he did manage to tag up Twist a little bit, but wasn't enough to get knocked. Will be enough to keep the pressure on him to keep him at base, so they can manage to get that revive onto Rowan though. So it looks like Smoko obviously pushed up with Lionel to provide some support here, and I'd say they're going to start to put the pressure on from behind. So they do. Smoko does manage to take down Al, and it looks like WonKru now in a real pinch. As you can see, look at that angle. Twist now starting to push around, and you've got Eclair that's pushing in on that backside. We're going to have Kasai unfortunately going down. So we've got Rowan, unfortunately, does get finished off there, and Equinox there in a little bit of trouble if Eclair does decide to push right up now. So the 4 Equinox now starting to make the move into zone, as with Peakley 7, Team Gravity. So they're going to just ride the blue in. I wouldn't be surprised if they just start to move now, at least so. Sorry, 1 second. Look. Right, we've got a few shots being taken between Kasai, and we've got obviously Claire in the sauce at the moment. Xeno is going to be taken down by Wildcard KTM with the third party coming in. And that Peakley 7 looks like they're in a fair bit of trouble as they're coming up against Equinox, or sorry, 4 Equinox. And it looks like we are getting into reasonably close quarters now. Good, nade comes out from Siri. And Equinox down to 2 players at the moment. We've got 2 still on the ground though. So they can get a full reset if they can keep the pressure back on a Peakley 7 to stay back. More nades come out. Lexon unfortunately does get finished off. Arlon realizes he needs to keep the pressure on. And push up here, Stay High. Stay High goes down, Arlon goes down. He's all up to Siri now for Peakley 7, and I think he's getting shot in the back with the third party coming out from Equinox. So Brox does manage to finish him off. So what's happening with Goldie? So Goldie is just chilling for the moment in the compound. So I think he's actually disconnected. You can see we do have Wildcard KTM that have taken this compound for the time being, but Team Gravity now starting to push in on that northern side. YouTube Juice, mate, welcome in. Thanks for coming in, buddy. How are ya? So we've got twists on a few unusual nades on that one. Goldie does manage to take down Sujan, so now starting to come into play. Hopefully the rest of the squad can provide some support. Goldie obviously right in the other building. Pushed out onto Topic. Does manage to get the spray onto Topic. Goldie on fire! And he took down at least 3 of those players. It might have been a full squad wipe. But Wildcard KTM, they go out in 5th, so 4 teams remain. Who would have thought we would have been 4 teams remaining in Zone 4? Brox now goes down. Team Gravity looks to start fragging out. So you've got Equinox on that low ground. Obviously, they're going to be the only team inside zone. Looks like Eclair choosing to start to move early on. And let's see if we can get on the Equinox players. The good nades coming out from Twist, good defensive nades. But unfortunately, they do get shot in the back. And that is going to be Equinox on to 2, finish off in 4th position, I think. Yep, it is. So 3 teams remain now. Bufflex for the Rose, so Lionel already inside zone, as you can see. And looks like he may actually be taking a few shots at Equinox. So Equinox moving out in the open, trying to get into the next position. Holy hell, YouTube Juice, thank you for the raid of 95. That is insane, mate. Much appreciated. You're an absolute legend. Holy crap. That, I'm speechless from that one. That's insane. So we're on the final stages of game number 3, the Wildcard PMCO Invitational stream. And thank you, Battalion. Thanks for the rose, the hype. That is insane. Thanks, mate. You're obviously doing pretty well tonight. I hope you had a great stream. Massive, massive raid. That's got to be one of the biggest raids I've had, I reckon. That's insane. So, who do you think is going to take this one out? Do you think it's going to be Eclair with this high ground? Team Gravity obviously still got to move in from the north. They might be able to put the pressure back on to Eclair. Or do you reckon Equinox can hold it down from down low? Looks like Wiz is obviously starting to move in. Nicolino, welcome in. Sorry, 1 second. Baby, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in, Nicola. So if you haven't already, please smash that follow button. It would be much appreciated. Help me get to that 2K mark. I must be getting reasonably close to it. I've been on 1.9K for a little while now. But so who do you reckon is going to be in the chat? Is it going to be Team Gravity, Eclair, or Equinox? Sorry, this is actually 4 Equinox. We've got 2 Equinoxes in this one. Hope you had a great stream anyway, YouTube Juice. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks for the Trovo love. That is absolutely awesome. So Hazza, he's going to be the thorn in the side, but looks coming in from that high ground. He's going to be doing a bit of a med off as he comes over. And might be able to really sneak up behind Eclair. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. You got to give, obviously, Team Gravity very, very spread out. Kiwi getting some nice flanks at the moment. You're really getting in behind Equinox. Maybe, yes, so there's a few Eclairs. There's an NA team. I'm pretty sure there's a Japanese team as well. And obviously an Oceania team. In saying that, the Eclair NA team, I think, maybe playing in the other lobby that we've got going. I think might be just finishing off as well. That Mongrel is. But anyway, right, so let's get back into it. So, in saying that, it looks like Team Gravity now starting to get aggressive. We've got Seal, unfortunately, going up against Octus and does get taken straight down and will be turned straight up. So, 2 players remain for Equinox. That's a real struggle to say that one. 4-4 Equinox. But anyway, right, so Wiz is going to get sprayed down and does go down to Drake, but you got third parties coming in. Well, I don't think that is actually third party. I think it's Hazard on that high ground, really keeping the pressure on. But Octus, Wiz, looks like they are both now down, and we've just got Gibby and Hazard left up. So can they push over to get those revives out? Well, you've got Eclair obviously moving into this next zone. And at this point in time, to me, surely Eclair have got to hold this one down. They have to hold this one down. They've got zone. None of the players inside zone. Gibby has been taken down. It's all up to Hazard to run his little heart out to get into zone now. So Wiz, unfortunately, getting cleaned up there by Arlong. And these guys are just going to get pretty much taken down by Eclair as they try and make their way to zone. So it looks like we've just got Hazard, and unfortunately he's going to go out to play zone, I'm pretty sure. And that's going to be Eclair taking the dub for game number 3. So we still obviously have one more game to go. It is going to be Erangel. It's been an absolutely massive night with some of the teams we've had. But give me 1 second. Let's turn this sound off. That's a bit deafening. Someone's having a bit of a crack. Bit of a celebration. So normally what we do now, we get the scores done as we're going. So we'll be able to tell you the scores live on stream in just a second. So we'll start going through those right now. So we've got Eclair obviously getting the dub on that one. I did manage to get 6 kills. You got Goldie with 4, Smoko and Xeno both with 1 each. You're going to have Team Gravity in a second position with a total of 10 kills. So you got Hazard with 5, Gibby with 3, Wiz with 1, and Octus with 1. We're going to have 4 Equinox going out in third position with a total of 5. You've got Seal and Drake both getting 2 each. You've got Arlong with 1. You're going to have Equinox 9-2-2 going out in 4th position with 3 kills. You've got Twist with 2. And we've got Brox with 1. We're going to have Wildcard, KTMrage going out in 5th position. In 6th, we are going to have Peakley 7. Are they going to be able to hold on? I reckon they've got the lead after game 2. Are they going to be able to hold on though? That's going to be curious to see what happens there. We've got Say Hi with 3. We've got Sneaks with 2. So a total of 5 kills for those guys. We're going to have WonKru official in 7th with 3 kills. Now, just so you guys know, these teams, they are all PMCO invited teams into the Wildcard PMCO. Every single one of them, as far as I know. And obviously, first match we started off with crazy figures as well. We had 23 teams in, including some. We had a couple other ones from like PMPL play. And it was nuts. But righto, so obviously in team slot 8, in 8th position is going to be Hype with a total of 7 kills. So Cyan going Super Cyan with that one with 6 kills. You got Spike 1 with 1, so a total of 7. You're going to have Nightmare in 7th position with, sorry, not in 7th, in 9th position with a total of 5 kills. With Yersi getting 3, you got Arco with 1, and Nazi with 1 as well. We're going to have Battalion 5 going out in 10th. In 11th, we're going to have the Gurkhali Titans. And let's keep moving through this. So we're going to have Xplicit End going out in 12th position. With Shinka grabbing 1 kill for the team. We're going to have Astra Academy. They've gone out in, what do we got there? Total 7. So Scry with 3, we've got Top and Action both getting 2 each. Team Unity tonight have actually surprised me. I thought they would be getting a few higher placings, but maybe they're just trying something different for a change and just testing a few teams out. So we've got Reapers with 1, Vi with 1 as well. So a total of 2 for those guys. Team Kangaroo, unfortunately having a rough match this one. Zane getting 1 kill after dropping on the Cosmonauts. Cosmonauts obviously going out in 16th position. That was pretty unfortunate for those guys, as well as they were trying to rotate across towards El Pozo, and they go out with 3 kills, with Blankos getting 2, Sibo with 1. We're going to have Way to Conqueror in 17th with 4 kills. We've got Ryan and Ken with 2 kills each, and we're going to have a 10 Shade going out in 18th position with Cage getting 1 kill for the team. Righto, so that is scores done for game 3. Let's check them out. So we're going to have a team at Gravity getting 22 on that one. So obviously the kill points making them jump. And that just goes to show how much kill points really matter with these new point systems. You've got Eclair in 2nd with 21, 4 Equinox in 3rd with 15, Equinox 9-2 and 2 in 4th with 11, Peakley 7 in 5th with 9. Let's check out the current overall scores after game 3. So Nightmare tied with Team Gravity on 42 points. Obviously, I've got Nightmare on top at the moment because they've got more kills than Team Gravity. But I think they've actually changed the point system now. And it goes on dubs and all that kind of stuff as well. It's a little bit different than what it used to be. I haven't quite got my head around it. So I've got Wildcard KTMrage in third with 38. Peakley 7 in fourth with 36. 10 Shade in 5th with 35. WMG in 6th with 28. We've got Eclair in 7th with 27. 4 Equinox in 8th with 25. Team Kangaroo in 9th with 18. Equinox 922 in 10th with 16. Cosmonauts in 11th with 15. And Hype in 12th with 15. Right, I will leave it at that for the time being. We are going to take a short break in just a moment. So now we still got 71 viewers. That's insane. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks everyone for sticking around. If you haven't already, please smash that follow button. It would be much appreciated. Let's see what else is happening. So Buff, thanks for the rose. I'm just gonna try and get organized into this room while I'm having a bit of chat. That is awesome. Thanks everyone for the follow. Aldo3, thanks for the follow. Mayhem 5893. Thanks for the follow. I'm assuming most of you guys have come from YouTube Juice. If you haven't already followed YouTube Juice, make sure you do so when you see him. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I think he was going to bed. But if you see him on, he runs a lot of good UC customs, all that kind of jazz. He is OP as hell. So these ones are... So these are Discord registered ones. So I'll get that sorted for you guys in just a second. Hold on, I've actually got 2 streams going at the moment. I've got a map stream going as well on YouTube, so I'm just gonna fix that one up just quickly. Hit the right button there. Go back to that one, righto. And we'll just get that account in the other room as well. Let me get this link if everyone is interested in joining these scrims. They run from 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. So that is starting from 2 hours ago, essentially. They run on the Aegis server. He's absolute legend. I can't believe what that absolutely insane raid. That is awesome. So who are we going to raid after this next game as well? Let's just have a quick look how long we've got to go. So we've got, let's get this account in the room. There's definitely a massive upper when you get a raid. And we'll get in the correct slot. So what do we got time wise? We have till 7:06, so only a couple of minutes until we do get this next game underway. Where's 98E and SSG? So this is Oceania United Scrims. So obviously all Asian teams, or not Asian teams, but from the Asia server teams. We've got some Mongols in here. We've got some Nepali, obviously a lot of Aussies. Or not necessarily a lot of Aussies in this one, but some Aussies and a bit from everywhere around this region. So how's everyone's day been? I guess it's wouldn't it be crazy hours for North American guys? Like, wouldn't it be, what time is it in the morning for you guys? It'd have to be, I'm just trying to think what time it is. Let me know in the chat what time it is. But yes, so righto. So Nightmare, Team Gravity, they're going to be the 2 to really watch in the next match. Obviously, Peakley 7 and Wildcard KTMrage, they could still quite easily get there. Same with 10 Shade. Probably a little bit difficult for WMG, but I don't think they're going to show in the last game. So hopefully we'll get these numbers up. But pretty much, because Wildcard PMCO has been delayed, we've been running scrims every night so these teams can keep up the practice. They can learn some strats on everyone and all that kind of stuff as well. Like, as in, like, learn all the other teams' rotations, all that kind of jazz. It's the same sort of things, I guess, as you'd probably see in, like, tempo, all that kind of stuff as well. It is hot in here, I'll give you the tip. So who else we got? Did I miss anyone? It's good to see Tay Tay on that leaderboard too. I don't know if he's in here at the moment from Midnight Terror. It's insane. I can't believe how many people are in here. And a ton of lurking viewers too. We've got Peakley 7 there, good to go. Looks like we got Ego jumping in this next room as well. We'll jump back on to the emulator for a moment. So Nightmare, we hadn't seen these guys until tonight. This is day 4 of these scrims, and they have come in swinging. Oh, looks like we're underway. Ready to go. I wasn't actually expecting that. I think we got someone in the wrong slot. Someone in the wrong slot. Oh, it's life. So Peakley 7, maybe a 3-man. No, so it looks like whoever did manage to get in the slot and say that we're short a few players on this one. I think we probably did start a little bit early. Oh no, there we go. They're starting to load in. So Eclair, they've got a full squad. Team Kangaroo, Astra Academy, WonKru. I'm pretty sure Team 7. So that was Xplicit, and they're just a one-manner. I think Cyan, unfortunately, the rest of his team didn't get in either. Unity looks like it's the same deal. So unfortunately, this lobby, I think we probably started a little bit prematurely, but right, sorry, I'm getting a couple of messages, all that kind of jazz. So who else we got in the chat? Who do you think is going to take it out? Is it going to be Team Gravity, Nightmare, Wildcard, KTMrage, Peakley 7? Put your predictions in the chat now, and let's check out this flight path for the 4th and final match. It's going to split the map in the middle. It's going to be going from south to north, from Millie Base up to Severity, pretty much. So who's going to be one of the first ones to jump? It's not going to be Primorsk. Isn't going to be within jumping distance for Team Unity. And saying that, I don't know if Team Unity actually made it in this next one. Let's just get this other map view stream going properly, and I think we'll be good. There we go. So it looks like it's clear they're going to head over towards, I'd say, for Pier area, this one instead. We've got Equinox. I think it's 4 Equinox jumping out in that direction as well. You're going to have a couple of teams obviously going in towards the Millie Base. It is actually going to be a fair hot drop on this one. We've got 3 teams going there. So we've got Equinox 922, Cosmonauts, and there is actually another team under there. That is Reapers from Team Unity. So he's just going to send it. Drake managing to take down at Sibo already. Let's start getting in amongst this action. Let's 7:40 a.m. right now. Righto. So is it early morning for you guys, or have you been up all night? Is my question. Have you been up all night watching YouTube videos? Rowan unfortunately does get pistoled down at the 6s by some of the Team Kangaroo players. I think it was Zane. And I'd say these guys, they'll turn the tables on this one. They'll flip the tables and start pushing in onto WonKru, as they'll know they haven't really had much time to loot. If they can continue to keep this pressure on, they should be able to take these guys out, no worries at all. So it looks like we're going to have Al getting the revived Parego. Unfortunately, does go down to Scry. So I think, where's Astra Academy at? Right, so that is going to be Xplicit, and they just dropped to Pachinki just to send it the last, or just only had one man playing on that one. Zeno going to go down on that one too. Saying that, there we go. So Al managed to take down Cairo. It looks like Eclair is actually in a little bit of trouble. The Cairo gets thirsted up. What can 420 do? He goes headlong and unfortunately gets finished off. I did not expect that. Team Kangaroo go out in 16th place. Was it 16th or the 15th? That might have been 15th. To WonKru. So Eclair have dropped to already Goldie and Zeno. That is going to be rough. In saying that, look at this bloody zone again. Every time. Let's jump down to Millie Base. I think that's where we really need to be. Who's the other player that's kicking out on the side? So it's going to be Unity Reapers. Every single game we have had, like, this is the 8th game of Erangel. The zone has been in the northwest. Every single game. I can't think of any other game so far that we've had that's gone somewhere else. So Really sucks. We need some better RNG coming out of this one, PUBG. So it looks like Nightmare, they like to drop around the Milda area, so that's going to be a potential clash with Cosmonauts, I reckon, in come PMCO time. So it looks like Cosmonauts obviously started to pull out of Millie Base, so you just got Device and Blankos that are alive and kicking. So TGT, the Gurkhali Titans, obviously pushing up around the Sorba area up north. Peakley 7. Doesn't seem like anyone really wants to contest them up at Yasnaya. We haven't seen anyone go there as yet. So who's Team Lord in with 15? So is that Team Unity? I think he's in the wrong slot. Because we've got one of the Team Unity, or Reapers is in the wrong slot. He's in 19. He's in Yocto's slot, but Yocto didn't turn up. Maybe Cosmonauts if they are in. It's going to be interesting to see. So, Cyan hedges his bets and going around the Mount Everest area. Please, 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 let's see a zone up towards Severny. Something different. Surely, with the odds that we've had so far, we've got to get it. 1 out of 8, it's got to go somewhere different. Surely. Surely, surely, surely. Let's have a quick look back at Reapers, see what he's up to. Is he trying to spot out these guys? So he's in the air traffic controller's room for the moment, just proned up, scouting this out. Obviously, he's going to have to rotate fairly soon as that zone starts to close. I think it's... Also, we've still got nearly 1:20 till the next zone closes. Obviously, normal PMCO is a little bit faster than that one. I think the first and second zones are a little bit quicker to act, and I don't think it's something that we can change. Obviously, the speed of the zones we can change. I don't think we can change it, but I don't think we can change it to the extent of the PMCO rules anyway, that's for sure. So Team 23, that is going to be Equinox 922 on the move. They're going to start pushing up around the Chopsticks area. How far are they going to push in? I think Cyan's compound, his choice of compound there, is a pretty decent one. Right, let's jump on Astra Academy. They might be in Sender mode. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. They're actually in Pachinki, and we've got someone just ripping on through. And Hypes, unfortunately, does get taken down for Peakley 7. So I think Peakley 7, sorry, they were the ones in setup mode. Sneaks now coming into play on the north side of Pachinki. Ray Bay, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. So who else we got? We got Say Siri and Say Hi now starting to make their way in. They might throw a spanner in the works into Astra Academy. They saw the door open. Scry is going to take some shots at Siri. Doesn't manage to get him out of the vehicle. No, finally does. And that's going to leave Peakley 7 with 2 left up. Say Hi. He's going to push up towards Church and get that high ground advantage point. Elder 1804, welcome in. Randy 168, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. If you haven't already, join the Seki squad. Smash that follow button. You'll be able to see when I go online, all that kind of stuff. I do cast a hell of a lot of scrims. Pretty much like every night-ish my time, which is generally around this time. So this is about when we're sort of finishing up normally. But the next few days we will have plenty of sweaty streams happening, that's for sure, with all these PMCO teams. Sneaks, let's stick on him for a moment. He's got the DPS. I want to see what he can do with it. Say Hi, unfortunately, has been taken down, and obviously Sneaks is the last remaining player for Peakley 7. I'm curious to see. So Sneaks takes down 1, but obviously the return knock, and he gets taken out by action. So that's Peakley 7 taken down in 14th position. I'm going to be curious to see how much the playstyles of these teams do change as they move into the PMCO group stages. So Javier, thank you for the lurk, mate. Much appreciated. Levius Free Fate, welcome in as well. Am I Irish? No, I'm Australian, mate. Not Irish. Not Irish. Australian. But anyway, that's life. So Equinox there starting to move out. You've got Cosmonauts that look to be camping the bridge. We're on Black Ops at the moment. Let's check out device. He's got the DP. He's got the gun you want. We're tagging up these vehicles. They've spotted that vehicle coming down. They're going to wait patiently until it does start to move up. And Arlong, he's going to get shot in the back there. They don't manage to finish him off in the first spray. And he does manage to break through. But Blankos, unfortunately, has been taken down. And Device, he's in trouble. He almost gets taken down. There we go. Oh, there we go. Lexon sends it and takes out the last of the Cosmonauts. So Buff, I think, unfortunately, he didn't manage to get the right prediction on this one. So Reaper's going to start moving in fairly soon. Drippler, PUBG, and welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. Let's have a quick look at Hazard. Looks like he's pushing in onto Cyan. I don't know, it might be in a little bit of trouble. Cyan taking him. Oh, what a spin from Hazard. And he does take down Cyan. So unfortunately those guys, is it 10 Shade? No, I don't think it was 10 Shade. They do go out in 12th position. Going to do this just quickly, just so I know what teams are. So it's going to be team 9. Righto, so Hazard's obviously going to get a little bit of a loot up, feast off that box. Astra Academy is starting to move in the general direction. Are we going to see all the teams push on the north side? Looks like all the teams have got their fingers crossed. They're hoping, they're waiting that the zone is going to push north. TGT now getting very, very close to Eclair, so I expect that to probably be the next engagement, unless we start to see some shots coming out from Team Gravity here. So it looks like Too High, maybe bored, doing a few doughies, as we call them in Australia. Mongrel, mate, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in, buddy. How are ya? If you haven't already, please smash that follow button on Mongrel. He's a new streamer, streaming for us at Oceania United as well, and he is a great up-and-coming caster. Let's see if we can get him to the 100 mark. So it looks like TGT, they're looking to take the fight with Eclair. Eclair obviously the two-man, but Team Gravity also going up against obviously Astra Academy. They've got action that has been taken down. Saying that, so Team Gravity, they actually moved out of their compound. And they're taking the fight to Astra Academy. So I think we've got 4th. Let's push up north. This zone, it is like Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Non-stop. Going in this area. It's like mirror image of just about all 8 games. Mirror image. I'm sure, Buff, we haven't had one that has been away from this, have we? So Octus getting in a bit of a vulnerable position at the moment. It is going to be a tough one to get out of if Astra Academy do manage to get action back up and move in. Looks like action, unfortunately, has been finished off. Though did bleed out. Scry's going to get himself a vehicle, I believe, after probably taking a few shots from Hazard. We'll see. And I'd say probably look to change up the angles. The other beard is... Without the beard, he's Irish. Yeah, Imperium is Irish. Free Lost, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. So Scry looking to regroup with Pika. Saying that, looks like Team Gravity, they've gone in. Got double airdrop coming down over the side there as well. But obviously Team Gravity going for the other push. Mongrel, thanks for the raid, mate. Much appreciated. I'm assuming you obviously just finished the Scrims, who ended up winning in the hardcore Scrims. Let's have a quick look at why did that show up at 3 times? I don't actually know, to be honest, Cassie. Don't know. So it looks like we've got Octus pinned in a corner, and Astra Academy gonna start cleaning up some of the Team Gravity players. You got Wizard goes out. Octus looks like he's on fire, goes for the drop, but unfortunately it does get taken down by Scry. They've still got Hazard that's out a little bit further over, and Team Gravity, they were a 3-man squad to start with. Looks like Hazard's trying to be a submarine. Not exactly sure why it's trying to do that this early on. But just chilling. Righto, let's go up to Mount Everest now. We're going to have a couple of teams going at it here. So we're going to have Equinox, and we're going to have WonKru. So WonKru, I think, yeah, so they do have a 3-man squad still left up. Where's Neem Ace? So Nimace is a little bit further back. Let's jump back to the front line. Owl starting to get tagged up pretty heavily by some nades. Looks like these guys generally want to play a little bit passive or more passive. It looks like they are going to start pulling back just that little bit. But Equinox, I think they're going to sort of do the same. If they're not going to be pushed, or they're not going to push if they're not going to get pushed, if that makes sense. Boss Squads, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. Let's jump back on to Lionel quickly. The Lionel and Smoko with TGT. This fight's been going a fair while. TGT obviously starting to get a little bit closer in. Can we see something epic coming out from Smoko here? Or even Lionel. They've got Cobra obviously on the building opposite at the moment, trying to get the roof shot. So Tigo, I think, has been spotted out by Smoko, or not. He had him in full view just then. I'm sure of it. That's not like Smoko, that's for sure. So looks like KTM at 720 unfortunately gets taken down by top as they start pushing in towards center zone. I'm assuming it is. You do have Sujan and the rest of the crew starting to make their way in. Unfortunately, 720 gets finished off by Nightmare, so Nightmare's starting to come in the mix as well and push for this center position. So we've got Nazi obviously on that northern side of the river, and looks like Hazard might have a little bit of company coming in with the rest of the crew from Nightmare coming in behind here. So Hazard embracing his inner troll, going underneath the bridge. It looks like he's going to camp there for a little while. Saying that, so Lionel's taken out. Is Smoko still alive and kicking, or is that these guys done? No. So it looks like they took, I think they might have finished off one. No, Tiger's still just further out. But unfortunately, Eclair, they go out in 11th. Cassie, yes, this is the last game. We've been going from, this is the 4th game for the night. Unfortunately, Nazi does go down. Hazard coming back with a vengeance. Got that angry troll face on as he comes out from underneath the bridge. Clowns is PUBG, welcome in, thank you for the follow. So obviously Buddy and Verzi, they were keeping it tight for a second. They do want to get it confirmed onto Hazard, but Hazard's just going home. Gonna chill underneath that bridge. He might go for a little bit of a submarine, a little bit of a dip, stretch his legs, and we've still got this fight going on between WonKru and Equinox on Mount Everest. Big day comes out for a row, and it's going to be all up to Brox. Are we going to see WonKru now start to get aggressive? Hopefully we do. And these guys are on the edge of zone. Hey, Buff, I think we've got a different zone coming out. It's north of Mount Everest. Yeah, so no lives tonight, unfortunately. Oh, that's a shame. Zarek, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. Tokarami, welcome in as well. Thanks for coming in. We do have a different zone. It is a nasty zone too. I do want to see what Brox can do here. Can he 1v3 these guys? No, he can't. He gets taken out by Rowan, and that is going to be Equinox 922 taken out in 9th position. So we are seeing a lot of teams dropping early. So the other Equinox team obviously coming in on that western side, coming up the western coast. KTMrage. Looks like they're going to start pushing south. Surely that zone has to go south. Who knows? We might see something crazy in this next zone. It is a very, very dirty zone. Obviously, Reaper's still creeping this one in. TGT is starting to make their way in. No, he was talking about, Zarek, he was talking about the live scores for hardcore. Brazy's probably already done them, to be honest. I'm a bit surprised. I've got a tag. Is it done? Cool. Sorry, I was just reading a couple of things just quickly. Let's get back into it. So, Nightmare, where are they going to rotate to? Obviously, as I was saying earlier, we haven't really... This is the first time I've seen these guys, so I'm curious about their playstyle and their strats. because they've been kicking ass. Taking names, kicking ass. But yeah, I'm sure the scores will come out for hardcore soon. Brazy generally gets them done pretty quick. He should. So TGT, they're going to ride the blue by the looks. Not getting very aggressive at the moment, but Astra Academy obviously moving into a pretty spread out position in between South George and Georgie Crates. Well, they do have KTM almost in view. Just need this zone to chop a little bit so we can get this cracking. And Reapers, he's just the getting the pro camp on. Lord OP doing the same, just chilling out on the backside there. Almost cancelled the emulator then, that would have been fun, wouldn't it? But yeah, so let's have a quick look at the kill count maybe. Astra Academy should have a few. The top, he's got one. I reckon Scry will have the lion's share. Actually, he must have got a few here. There we go. Finally, some action. WonKru being spotted out by Scry. It looks like he's disabled their vehicle somewhat. At least dropped it on his cast as we put it in Australia. And Top does manage to take down Gordo. So we're going to have Rowan also going down to Pika. So Astra Academy taking this fight on multiple fronts. Team A struggling to get him behind cover. Gets a smoke out. But WonKru really struggling from this position. Saying that the next zone's popped. What a dirty zone. 50% water. And we're in for a South Georgie finish. It has to be, surely. Surely it's not going to go down this hospital ridge out in the open here. Surely it's going to go somewhere in this area. I'm expecting it to end up in one of the apartment buildings, surely. Where do you think it's going to end? So Reefus going for a nice little swim. Doesn't have a boat. I think there was a couple of boats back up there as well, so could have probably gone for a boatation, come in from the northern side and come in later. So we're going to have TGT now starting to come up behind Astra Academy. Obviously, Nates are being cooked. I think they're going to fall a little bit too short, unfortunately, as Astra Academy have already started to push towards center zone. They'll be starting to look in this direction, though, with all those Nates coming out. And Equinox, I think Drake might be in a little bit of trouble. He's right, he's right on the coastline for the time being. This zone is super common that we've had. Oh, sorry, and up until the last couple. It's not very often that you actually see them land up at South Georgia. You do have all that big water in the bay sort of area, where generally the center circle can't land unless PUBG. So I don't want to change it. So we're going to have Cobra that goes down to top. Cobra. Looks like he's slaying these guys from TGT as they push over this ridge. Got his laser on that DP. So in saying that, it looks like Equinox might be in a little bit of trouble here. We've got Seal trying to get the revive onto Arlong, but Sujan now starting to come into play. Is he going to push back down? These guys are really starting to get aggressive, and they are actually pushing out in this direction. It's like they're banking on this zone, coming right over to this side, or do they just want to try and hold down both sides of the road? Have we got players left there? So you got Warhead left on that side. I'd nearly leave Warhead back over there for the time being, provided they can get this fight over and done with Equinox. So obviously this is Equinox, or sorry, for Equinox, this one. I caught a massive spin from you, Hazza. It was OP as hell. So Sujan unfortunately does get finished off. And Wildcard, KTMrage are down. Another one. I'll get you speed if that's what you're talking about, Hazza. So, unfortunately, KTM Wildcard are down to 2 now. But Drake, I'm saying that Drake's been down for a long time, so they haven't been able to manage to get that revive, and I don't think it is going to happen. Now, looking at that, let that run just a little bit too late. It's going to be a little bit too difficult. So, Reefus taking over has his job. Getting his camp on underneath the bridge, and he's going to be in the next zone. I think we've got another player, obviously. I think it's Lord something, isn't it? That's also in behind him. Yeah, so Team Lord. So how long can these guys camp out there? So WonKru outside of zone, and it looks like a Nightmare. They're going to be the ones to gatekeep here. Let's have a quick look at Versus' point of view. Hopefully WonKru do have a vehicle or two in behind that. Can't catch them all, Hazza. Can't catch them all. What is it? Pokemon? Right, so they're going to have Bunny. Does manage to get a knock there on it to Rowan. Let's check out his point of view. Obviously, he's got decent sight lines on these guys. Got the DP out, and looks like he's going to just try and gatekeep these guys. I think they're really going to struggle to get into this next zone unless they can get smokes out. The Pika is going to get done by some of the TGT guys. Looks like they're actually a little bit worse for wear. God and Cobra, very, very low. We've got Tiger currently down. And Astra Academy obviously trying to hold down the apartments. While TGT tried to move to the houses along the coastline. The beachfront. Let's jump back onto Versi. So it looks like they actually allowed some of the players to come through. Third party's starting to come in. And Versi is going to have to change it up. So Lexon takes down WonKru. Al. Bunny takes down Rowan. And these guys now in a lot of trouble. It's all up to Neem Ace. So what he do is proned up. He's inside the next zone. So they did actually have a vehicle. We've got Neem Ace going for a bit of a pre-fire. I think he is about to be pushed. We'll stay on this one just for a moment. The play zone actually takes down Tiger. Believe it, it's too late to come in. Oh, we're going to have Neem Ace taking down Versi. Bunny does manage to take him down with pretty much no health left. What a nasty, nasty zone. TGT in a pretty good position. Their rotations have been very, very... Oh, what was the third party on that one? So we've got Team Lord, unfortunately, has been taken down. You're going to have, obviously, Lexon from Equinox. He's the last white man standing. Trying to find a decent vehicle. And Warhead, the last man standing, obviously, for Wildcard, KTM. So gonna have to move out of this apartment as well. Looks like Astra Academy, they've already made the dash, and in saying that, they've already taken out TGT. So can Astra Academy continue to dominate this match, because they've already got 12 kills to their name, and they are vying for that top position in zone. Obviously, get to that Wiz Tower along the coastline here. You're going to be able to camp it out for a while. But we're starting to see a lot of players drop. So who we got? Top now starting to establish himself right on that coastline. Saying that, he sends it. He goes in the water. Nightmare's starting to make their way up as well. So it looks like Nightmare, Top does want to try and catch these campers out. I'm keen to see this fight between Bunny and Versi. Got up against Scribe. Pika though. Can be a Warzone finish. It's extremely rare though, but when it does happen, I feel like it's generally a PUBG glitch. It's not meant to be able to. Like, when they brought out Erangel 2.0 though, I reckon I think they might have done it on purpose, where they got it so everyone was talking about it, because they were talking about all these war zones that will pop it out and all that kind of stuff. Who knows? It could have just been a glitch to start with that paid off for them in a PR wise, but it's probably more so the latter. I wouldn't be surprised, that's for sure. And it looks like Top's move obviously is going to pay off with this one. We've still got 50% water in this next zone. This is a reasonably rare zone. I haven't seen it too many times. But Reapers is coming up behind him, saying that he might be able to actually get on the bottom of that rock. That is a fairly flapping rock. Warhead unfortunately does go down. Kale does manage to get in behind the rocks there, but still going to have to need to push forward. So hopefully Kale's got some throwables. He does. He's got the nades cooking out. And Reapers unfortunately does get finished off, so that'll be Team Unity going out in fourth. 3 teams remain. It's going to be Nightmare, KTM Warhead, or Astra Academy, who takes the dub on this one. So Molly's come out from top. I think Astra Academy, they're going to have the chance to move. Looking at this as well, KTM Rage do start pushing up, and unfortunately they do get taken out in third. So it's going to be all up to Nightmare now, but top got shot in the back by Bunny. Versity up that little bit higher. We'll have a quick look at him. So Pika surely got to move out from behind that fence. No, that fence is actually inside zone. In saying that, next zone, 50% water again. So Pika is going to have to move. You've got obviously plenty of smoke wall out. But it looks like Pika is just trying to probe those guys out. He's going to start pushing on this one. They know they've got the numbers advantage. They've got the 3-man out of the 5. But you've got Bunny down in the water. I don't know that strat is the greatest, because you saw Reapers, he got taken straight down by top. Looks like Bunny, no, he has managed to get on a ledge there. But Versi all on his lonesome, while Astra Academy looks to push. Can he clutch it? No, unfortunately he can't. He does get taken down. And it's all going to be up to Bunny now to try and take this one out. And unfortunately for them, Astra Academy take the dub with a nice kill count. We've got 17 kills for those guys. Excellent work. So that we've got a few more celebratory shots happening. So we'll get these scores done super quick as we go through them like we did in the last one. Then we'll end up doing a raid on someone. So if you stick around, we'll find someone to raid. But let me know in the chat who you think we should raid, and we'll look at doing that. So obviously a total of 17 kills for Astra Academy. Do you think that's going to be enough to shoot them up? Nightmare in second position. They've been consistently consistent, and they have been, after game number 3, they were obviously tied for the lead. So will they hold on to this one? Definitely awesome to see when you get a new team come in and sort everyone out a little bit. But anyway, we should actually go through the kills. So Pika with 3, we've got Scry with 5, we're going to Tops with 7, Action with 2. You're going to have Nazi with 1 for Nightmare. We've got Bunny with 3, so a total of 4 there for Nightmare. You're going to have a Wildcard, KTM Rage in 3rd position, with Sujan getting 3 kills for the team. We're going to have Team Unity going out in 4th position, with Reapers getting 1 kill for the team. Then we're going to have Equinox, 4 Equinox, this one is in 5th position with 4 kills. We've got TGT, the Gurkhali Titans, going out in 6th position with 3 kills. You got God, Tiger, and Cobra all getting 1 each. Team Lord, to be honest, I've got no idea where he's come from. He hasn't been in any of the rooms to date, so I think we're just going to skip that one. In 8th, we're going to have WonKru with a total of 5. They got Rom with 3, Al with 2. You're going to have Equinox 922 in 9th position with a total of 2. So Twist and Brox both getting 1 kill each. Team Gravity going out in 10th position with 3 kills. So you got Hazard with 2. You got Octus with 1. Looks like Eclair obviously going out in 11th with Goldie getting 1 kill for the team. And Cyan, I can't remember who Cyan was with, but doesn't look like there's any points involved in that one anyway, so we can skip that one. We've got Cosmonauts going out in 13th position. Hinkley 7 going out in 14th. In 15th, we're going to have a Team Kangaroo. A lot of teams going out early on that I didn't really expect, and that will be Xplicit and out in 16th. Right, so we can go through the overall scores now. So let's check them out just quickly. So obviously, I think this is the most points we've had in a game, or definitely one of the most points of the games that we've had. 32 points for game number 4 for Astra Academy. Nightmare with 16. Wildcard, KTMrage in 3rd with 13. For Equinox in 4th with 10. I'm curious to see if Wildcard, KTMrage jumped up into the top 3 as well. Let's check it out, because I think they may have. So the final results, we've got Nightmare with the dub with 58 points. You're going to have Wildcard, KTMrage with 51 coming in second position. Team Gravity in third with 46. Astra Academy in fourth with 43. Pickly 7 in fifth with 36. Team Shade, Ten Shade in sixth with 35. Actually tied points-wise with 4. Equinox in 7th, we've got Eclair in 8th with 29. WMG in 9th with 28. They only played a couple of games though, so they did pretty damn well. You're going to have Equinox 9-2 in 10th position. Team Kangaroo in 11th. WonKru in 12th with 17. Team Unity in 13th. Cosmonauts 14th. Hype 15th. APES INC 16th. Gurkhali Titans in 17th. To Conqueror in 18th. Battalion 5 19th. Xplicit in 20th. Firepower 21. Pain in 22. And ReaperX in 23. So thanks everyone for coming in. I hope you have enjoyed the stream. I am going to finish it up here. We are going to do a raid on someone. Let's get this pump and we'll make this a big raid. And let me know in the chat if you know anyone that you think deserves a raid. We'll do that very, very shortly. Right, thanks everyone. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please smash that follow button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night with more action from the Oceania United PUBG Mobile. What is it? Wildcard, PMCO, Invitational, Scrims. Right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.
That must hurt. Yeah, it looks like an expensive account. Hi, Helion. Yeah, I sent him a plane yesterday, Jimmy. Thank you for the casted spam. Thank you for the follow, Patrick. She has M4 Fools and the Glacier. Damn. That really sucks. I have a headache. I got the UC from the VIP program.